Do you know how much I love these mornings together? You all are so amazing. So let's get the family in here and let's see what everybody's doing today. I'm going to share it out and I ask that you do the same. So just share, share, share. And there it is. And I can share it, I think. Okay, who we got on? Good morning, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Christina. Hi, Erica. Prachetta. Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing today? Good morning on Periscope. Okay, so we got some people in here. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Made it over the hump day. And now we're moving on toward the weekend, right? So let me pull it up on my phone so I can see who's joining in. Tammy Fisk. Good morning to you. And not sure who's on from Enlightened World. Is that you, Gabby? I hope it's our Gabby because we missed you yesterday and I want to know how you're doing. Oh, Prachetta, I'm doing good. Just having a hard time if I go outside because you all are aware that I'm here in Colorado and it's not a good situation with the fires that are going on. So the air quality is not real good. And when we go outside, we have a hard time breathing. So we appreciate all the prayers. And yes, it is Gabby. I thought so. Hi, darling. Good to see you on here this morning. Anyway, the fires and the smoke are messing with being able to breathe, messing with sinuses and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Hi, Donna Capitula. Thank you, sweetie, for the prayers and the hugs. I take those any day. So what are y'all doing today? What's everybody up to? And tell you what, it's been crazy with dreams lately. And I've had some predictive type of dreams about people, which I don't like that. I had asked years ago, please don't show me something I don't have any control over. But I was dreaming last night about some friends that I have back in Florida. And then I heard from a friend this morning, and she is not doing well physically. So I'm going to be adding her to the prayers today. Deirdre, I felt a big shift yesterday. I actually decided to make it a happy day holiday. So much joy just kind of surfaced for whatever reason. So yay for me. Oh, yay for you, honey. Yeah, I think yesterday's show was so amazing. And it really did create a shift in the energy field. And I loved that we all were able to just join in and just give that love to each other and lift each other up in a beautiful way so that we could really experience a wonderful day. Yeah, Abraham, that meditation that I do every morning, This is a good morning. This is a very good morning. And if we just keep that in our mind, that every morning is that way. We can start with a clean slate. Every day can be that great day that we create, the day we want it to be. Oh, thank you, Pachetta. I appreciate your prayers and I appreciate all of the love and the concern. And let's just get these fires out of here, get them done, because I'm over it. I'm over watching land being destroyed and animals' lives in danger. So just bond with me and let's all go in together and just really, really make a difference in the world. Good morning, beautiful Hope. I was just thinking about you, or good afternoon to you, I should say. And hope you're doing well. And just let us know how your health is doing. And we'd love to see you. I keep praying for that you'll be coming onto the chanting group or onto the morning show with me. Anybody that wants to come in to the morning show, you're welcome to come in here with me. Anytime that you want to be here, just come on here and let's chat, just like Gabby did the other day. That was such a delight to have her here. And Gabby says timelines are a shifting. Yeah, they are. And Gabby said the Schumann resonance showed a massive movement. How about that? Yeah. And Christina, I was just going to say that. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Becky. Oh, thank you for the love. That's right, Gabby. All you have to do is just come on in. The link is in the Angelic River family. Anybody that wants to come in here, I'll just let you right into the studio and we'll sit and talk and you can talk to everyone that's on with us. I would love that. Anybody that wants to come in to share of yourself, share a concern, keep it light and positive and upbeat, just come on in. Good morning, Jean Lorio. She says, yesterday was so odd. This morning I woke up singing, what a beautiful morning, oh, what a beautiful day. Prayers for Colorado. And Jean, I know you have family right here in Colorado where all these fires are going on. So lifting your family members up. And I really want to get to meet, especially get to meet Meg. I think I'll probably be meeting people next week. This week is kind of, well, it's busy for me, for one thing. I'm getting ready to teach that class on Saturday. And I'm also doing private sessions with people. Any one of you that is a patron that is supporting me at the level where you get private sessions with me and you don't have it scheduled, let me know because I want to schedule those while I'm sitting still, while I have time and internet, and I can do that. And I have some going on today and tomorrow. So just let me know that you would like to set that up and we'll do that. Okay, Christina. Christina, you're so funny. This show is definitely not about looks. I roll out of bed and I come right on here to see you all. I just need this to get myself going in the morning. So that's what I do. I get up, I brush my teeth, I come on here and say hello, hello. And that's all there is to it. And I don't even care what I look like. I'm just here. I just show up. That's what I was told to do, is just show up. Good morning, Nikhil. I'm doing good, honey. I'm doing really good. I'm loving life, loving the journey, loving everything that's happening to me and for me right now. Thank you for being here this morning. Good morning, Suzanne. Gabby says, I've had 3 hours broken sleep for about the last 4 days. This afternoon, I felt like I got a little pat on the back and they said, now sleep. All of a sudden, I can barely drag my sorry butt around. Well, I have to tell you, last night I did sleep. I dreamed a lot. And so I woke up throughout the night. But also I had put an extra cover on the bed because we're in the 30s here. And for this Florida gal, that's not fun. I don't do cold well. So I threw another quilt on the bed. And I found myself all night kicking covers off and then pulling covers back on. You know how that goes. Anybody else do that? It's the hot cold game. It's like all of a sudden, ooh, I'm hot. So I kick all of them off, and then I pull them back on because all of a sudden, after the covers are gone, you get chilly. So yeah, that was my night. But I did get, oh my goodness, I probably got 8 hours of sleep last night, and that's a lot for me. That's almost double what I normally get. So it felt good. It felt good to get that much sleep. Good morning to Rick. Waking up in the swimming pool. Okay, the hots and the colds. Yeah, you get it, Deirdre. Yeah, it's hard to get that temperature adjusted, isn't it? Good morning, Navriti. I haven't seen you on here in a bit. It's so good to see you. And Navriti, how are you doing? Sending you love right back to India. And I hope you're well and your family. And I know Pracheta is on here and Prachir is probably listening. So it's good to have our India family on here this morning. Now we need some of our UK people on here. Where is our Sharon Boyle? We need to get her all better. She had a bad day yesterday and wasn't feeling well. So let's lift up our Sharon. Oh, Gabby, I see what you mean. Menopause. I never experienced the hot flashes. I never experienced any of the symptoms of menopause. Just didn't happen for me, which is okay with me because I really feel for those of you that do. And I don't even know why. I don't know why that happened, but I'm just grateful for every blessing that I get. Oh, Navriti, you're so welcome. And I do feel like a part of your family. I really do. And everywhere that the family, our Angelic River family is, I just feel so at home, like I belong where you are. I was saying that to Ruth yesterday. Every place I've been, every person that I've been with, I felt like I had come home. It just felt like home to me. And when I was there visiting New York, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan, Tennessee, all those places that I went, it felt like home. And I don't have a home right now. I left my home to go on this journey, but every place I am feels like home. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. And I love that. And I didn't know that's what this experience would be like. I had no idea when I started out and left my home behind, left all of my friends behind there in Florida physically. I didn't know that I could find a place again where it felt like that's where I should be. That's where I belonged. So just an interesting experience in that regard. Pracheta says, today India opened visas for Indians abroad who want to visit family. For foreigners, they have opened medical and work visa. Tourist visa is still suspended. Hopefully, early next year, we'll have the tourist visa will open up. Awesome. I am looking forward to that. And I'm just waiting. As soon as I hear it's open, I'm grabbing my ticket. I am coming to India after the first of the year. I'm thinking February. And any of the family that wants to go with me on this tour, I do have one other person that's already said he's committed to going. So anybody that wants to come, let's just do it. Oh, where is our Sally and Tony? I know, right, Gabby? Let's get our peeps in here. We're missing Sally and Tony. We're missing Wendy and Stacy. And I don't think it's a work day for Stacy, so she has no excuse. And Catherine Kovacs. Let's get some people in here. And Deirdre says, I dodged that menopause bullet too. I know, isn't it interesting that for some of us, we skated through that and didn't have those horrible symptoms that a lot of people have? Yeah, very blessed. Navriti, I just have to say that this journey that you are on requires a lot of courage. Kudos to you and all the support and love. Oh, honey, I'm just showing up. That's all I'm doing. I'm just showing up. Wherever I go where they lead me. And when the angels say it's time to get those bags packed and get out of there, I do. Sometimes I don't know until that last minute that I'm going. That happened at my sister's house. My sister, we were talking about, the journey and where all I was supposed to go or felt that I needed to go. And then the next day, we had breakfast, we had coffee together, and I went into my room, and all of a sudden, I just knew that I was supposed to get on the road. So I never know from one minute to the next if I'm supposed to get packed up and leave. And the only time that I do know is if I have a date. So I have a date with Jean Lorio, and we are going to be together on November 5th. So that's coming up pretty quickly. We'll be doing the land blessing here in Colorado next Friday. That's the 30th of October. We'll do the land blessing and really, really, really hoping that we can do it at Sunrise Ranch here in Colorado. Sunrise Ranch right now has been evacuated. All the animals have been moved out to safety. They're very close to where the fire is. So I'm praying for that whole area that there's no more damage. We've lost, I believe, 27 homes was the last count. So just really praying that that fire is going to go out. And Sally's here. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Tony. And Suzanne is here. So let's see what else we got going on. You got to scroll up. Richetta says, ma'am, you have 22 homes. Our hearts are your home. Oh my gosh, so true. So true. Home is where your heart is. And you all are definitely in my heart. So when I see you in person, in the flesh, I just know that I'm supposed to be there with you, that that's where I belong. So I belong all over this whole country and other countries that I know I will be going into. Christina says, I thought I was having menopause symptoms, but it was a pituitary tumor instead. All symptoms stopped after I had that pesky thing removed. Well, I am so glad they caught that and found out what it was and that you are better. I am so happy to know you, Christina, and You're one of those people that just really made me feel at home, made me feel like I was supposed to be there with you. And I know I'll get to see you again. I know I'll come home again and experience the beauty of you up in Michigan, but I think it's going to be after the cold weather. I think it will be probably in the spring, maybe even after I get back from India. I'm not sure yet. And I'd love for you to go to India with me. And Jean says we need Suzanne, Kathy, and Charlie. Where is Charlie? Let's get him in here. And definitely Suzanne is here. We need Kathy. Kathy's been coming in on her way to work or before she leaves to go to work. Oh, really? They caught that with an eye exam, that you had the pituitary tumor. I had no idea they could do that, but I'm so glad that that worked out for you and that you got it all taken care of. Wonderful. And you're doing well now, I hope. I think you are. I think you're amazing. And let's see, who didn't we get in here? We didn't get Stacy in here yet. We didn't get Carol Ann. Just reading your comments. Sally, you have thunderstorms this morning, so moving slowly and just enjoying the feeling. I love thunderstorms. As long as I'm inside, not driving on the road. I do enjoy the thunder and the lightning. I like both. I just love watching the energy of that. But you know, they have attributed some of the fires that are going on to lightning strikes. So just being aware of their power, and you can see it and you can feel it in the thunder, how powerful they are. And Christina says, love it is ushering in warmer weather for a moment. Good. I'm so glad to hear that because I'm in cold weather myself. So I don't do well with cold weather. You'll see I'm in a sweatshirt. It's like 39 degrees right now, I think. And Jean says, Sally, send the storms to Colorado, especially the rain. Yeah, we need wet. We need rain. And it's supposed to snow this weekend. So we need that. And is Carol Ann on here? I haven't seen her. But Gabby's, Carol Ann Cross. Gabby says, Carol Ann and I were talking to you to Uluru today. I don't know what Uluru is. So I'm not sure what that message means, Gabby. Christina, I would recommend after the cold, and I am planning on coming with you to India. I hope. That would be so awesome. Oh, Christina, I would absolutely love that. And Christina, Stacy has to bring Luna in for surgery this morning. That's right. So we need to put Luna and her mommy, Stacy, in our prayer circle this morning. Sally, asking for prayers today for my son-in-law who is being rushed in for emergency surgery this morning in Ann Arbor by Detroit for this to be done. He has retina detachment and may lose his eyesight in that eye. We will definitely put him in our prayer circle, Sally, and lift him up for that surgery to be successful. Suzanne, yes, let's pray for Sally's son-in-law. Gabby, traditional name for Ayers Rock, the great big red thing we have here. Oh, in Australia, yes. Let's chant and pray for Teri to go to Australia on our journey of healing. So I can take all of us there. I would love that. I would just love it. Okay. So I had something come up in one of my dreams, and I wanted to see if we can get a discussion going about it. So, how do you stay out of judgment? Like when somebody that you know and love is doing something that could be self destructive behavior, how do you stay out of judgment and just keep flowing love to them? Anybody want to speak and say if there's any experience you have with looking at others and knowing for a fact that what they're doing is not going to work out well. It's like this isn't going to end well for you. But how do we keep any type of judgment about it at bay? How do we say, okay, I'm just going to love you. I'm just going to send you love and not have those thoughts like you shouldn't be? How do we keep out of the shouldn'ts and should all over ourselves and all over everyone else? So let's talk about that. Anybody have any experience with that where you had to just stop yourself from going into the criticism or the judgment about behaviors? That's what I'd like to hear from you is how do we handle that as humans? I know as spiritual beings, we always just in love and lift them up in prayer. But when you have a human to human conversation, how do you how do you do that? How do you handle that? And Gabby, the Ayers Rock is a vortex. Well, they told me that this journey was all about the vortexes of energy, and also that we are creating a vortex with what we're doing. Ruth printed out a map of the United States for me, so we're going to kind of track the journey and see what kind of design it's making. It looks very interesting so far, and I'm just waiting to see the rest of it and see how it all comes together and what it's drawing out on the map for us. Gabby says, become the observer. I love that, Gabby. So true. You know, if it's somebody that we just know and not somebody really involved intimately in our lives, it's a lot easier, I think, to be the observer and just to watch it play out. If it's somebody that we are so intimately involved in, there's a lot of feelings we have to work through, aren't there? A lot of things that we have to put aside and say, that's not my journey, that's yours. And it's not easy to do that, and especially with someone that you really love so much. Sally, you received a message for me on the way to the center. I can't wait to see what that message is. Sally, just that it is Metatron you are working with during this journey, and you are building a sacred grid, your own Merkaba. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got chills with that message. I love that. And I've been tracking the journey and what it looks like on the map. I think it's just really beautiful the way it's all coming together. So I'll have to feel into that energy. I love Metatron. I really love working with him. He's so powerful, and that makes sense. Metatron's Merkaba that's how we move around spiritually. That's how we move from place to place. So that makes total sense. I love it. Isabel, good morning. Charlie, good morning. So happy you all are coming in here. And Lehulu Mamak, aloha. Welcome to you. Let's see who else and what you all are saying here. Jean is praying for Sally's son-in-law, Gabby says, it's not your journey. That's what I think. They have to find their own way. Very true. We have no control over anybody else. We only can control our own thoughts and feelings and actions. And what I usually say is, it's not my movie. Every one of us has our own movie. And we're all doing the best we can to get through this experience, to make it a good experience while we're here. So it's not my movie, it's your movie. And being the observer of that movie, we're watching your movie play out instead of trying to jump in there and change your script. Christina says, I try to remind myself that it is not my journey. Oops. And that hindsight is always 2020. So true. So true. We learn from those experiences, and it brings us to where we are. And Jennifer says, yes, be an observer. Gabby says, Carolyn said today that they placed crystals at Uluru a few years ago. Also, they have a very traditional ceremony a little while ago, and the Schumann resonance peaked. Awesome. Deirdre says, I stop and start to scold myself. Pause, take a breath, realize it's ego, tell her to sit down, and then send love to whomever the person is and myself, myself. That's how I do it. Yep, absolutely, Deirdre. That's the best thing to do. I was talking to somebody the other day about the pause. I use that with all my clients that I do life coaching with. I do it with myself to just take that break before you respond to someone. And if not, you're reacting. You're coming from a place of ego. You're coming from a place of feeling into a memory imprint or emotional imprint. So the pause helps tremendously. And Suzanne says, I focus on the love I feel for that person from heart to heart. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing to do. And Gabby says the Merkaba has been coming up for me lately also. Beautiful. Deborah White, good morning, darling. So glad you're on here. Marietta, that's when we need to accept, even when we don't like it, and then align with our highest source of love for ourselves and the other person, and then allow the spirit of love to flow through us both. Beautiful, Marietta. Thank you for being here this morning. Marietta, I love you so much. I don't remember if you were on yesterday morning for the Love Fest, but let's all give Marietta some love this morning like we loved on everybody yesterday, because she deserves it. She's such a wonderful, blessed person. I pulled my heart out yesterday that Marietta made for me and just smiled at the thought of how beautiful a gift. So beautiful that you give hearts to others. Thank you. Christina says, my son is supposed to help me at least light up the places you stop at with LEDs on a map. That should look cool. It will look cool. I did a line from place to place, and it looks amazing. And Tammy Fisk, good morning, sweetheart. She says, daily with a 19-year-old making bad decisions, so hard to handle, but I heard a saying, when your kids stop listening, stop talking, and let life teach them. How awesome is that? I hadn't heard that, but that's great. That's a beautiful thing. I know it's her journey, but she is my daughter. Hard stuff. I take deep breaths often and tell her I love her as much as I can. Yeah, that's the key. Love heals. Love is what will get you through that. And so just keep giving her love. Good morning, Julie Kiss. Isabel, I've been working on not reacting anymore and let it be the way they find the path. But with your daughters, so hard. Yeah. Good morning, Mary. Thank you for coming on the morning show. It's good to see you on here. And I hope you're doing well there in Florida, where I'm sure it's a lot warmer than it is in Colorado. So send me some warm. Christina says that brief pause can save hours, days, months, or even years of angst. It certainly can. Sally says, I told my kids that often to just take a step back and breathe before responding. Isabel says, I am much better, but yes, pause is great. And I can't see all of it. I tell I love you very much when they are pushing me. Yeah. Sally says, Gabby, you're in for a major spiritual understanding and awakening. Oh, I love that. And Pachetta asks when we're doing the land blessing. It is next Friday, October 30th, will be the land blessing here in Colorado. Jean says, Teri, I can't say I handled my experience with a loved one who was ruining her life well. You can be so involved in their problems that your own life is being ruined too. Sometimes I was an enabler. I work with a lot of people that are going through that, Jean. A lot of people who are being caught up in what's going on with their loved one's life to the point that theirs is disrupted and theirs is torn apart and their emotions are torn apart. So I definitely get it. I understand that experience. But as we said earlier, hindsight is 2020. So what do we learn from those experiences? What do we learn from being that caught up in somebody else's life that it harms us along the way? And hopefully we learn to be the observer. We learn to just in love and allow, like Marietta said, accept, align, allow. Okay, what else we got? Gabby. I have been bombarded the last couple of days. I'm so tired, but I'm getting so many signs. Yay. I love that. Liliane from Norway. Hello, my darling. It says, hey, everyone, please pray for my mother. I'm so stressed inside. She's nearly losing her sight, and I'm so sad. Lily, we were just having this discussion about how we get so caught up in our loved ones. And yeah, let's lift your vibration. Lifting your vibration will help her and you because she's feeling into your energy. If you're putting forth sadness and yes, you're crying and not able to sleep and you're too tired, your mother is feeling that energy. So let's lift your vibration today. And let's all give Lily some love right now. Let's just love on her. Just show her how much you love her and wrap your arms around her. She is one of our family, and we give love to our family. And we're here to support you, Lily, in any way we can. And Prachetta, you'll be at the land blessing. I will set an event up on Facebook so that everyone will know the exact time that we'll be doing that on the 30th. And Ruth Anderson will be with me. And I have rocks from Long Island. I also have one from Maryland that Carol Ann gave to me. So we'll be putting some stones in the ground here in Colorado and offering a land blessing. And it's so ready for it. It's been through a lot. The state has suffered a lot. So let's really lift up Colorado next week. Lily, I pray she will get help for her eyes. It must be scary for her, and I'm so far away. I'm sure that she's in fear, and let's just send her love for that fear to be diminished. And Sally says, I agree. I have 4 daughters and I am totally exhausted. Yeah, that will do it. So let's start putting in some prayer requests. If you all have any more, go ahead and put them in the comments. And Lily, we're definitely lifting up you and your mother. Okay, what else do we have? It's Mel sending love. And Sally is sending you prayers, Lily, and so much love and support. Thank you, Sally. Gabby says, Lily Ann, I love you. And Christina says, Lily, love beams are coming at you. Suzanne, love you, Lily, praying for your mom. See, that's why you came on here, Lily. You knew you were supposed to be here this morning to receive. Just receive all this love right now, everything that's coming your way. Just feel it and hold it in your heart. Mary is asking for prayers for Kevin and for Jen. So let's lift up Kevin and Jen today. And Jennifer, prayers for Karen Evans. That's the one. Jen, I had a dream last night, and I knew that somebody in my circle of friends in Florida was in need of help. I knew it. I dreamed about some of our mutual friends, Jennifer. And I didn't know who it was until I got up this morning and I opened Facebook. I saw Karen's request for prayers and for support because she needs a liver transplant. And Mary is asking for prayers for J and C. Okay. Suzanne, please pray for my whole family, for our family here, and the fires to be extinguished. Oh, Lily, you're so welcome, honey. That's what we are all about, is supporting each other. Tammy, prayers for the fires and COVID to end, and anyone with health and mental concerns. Thank you, Tammy. Deirdre, my prayer is that everyone can find that sweet joy spot that found me yesterday. And world peace, of course. Yes. Deborah, prayers for all the healers of our world. Wrap your loving arms around our doctors and nurses. Absolutely. The doctors, the nurses, anyone who helps others right now to feel better physically. Massage therapist. Lift up our Tony, who I don't see her commenting on here, but Tony, I know you're hearing this, and sending you so much love for your health and for what you do as a masseuse. And thank you for that. Thank you for what you do. Christina, prayers for my son, Sue. Her port for chemo became infected. Let's lift Sue up today and put her in those prayers for love and healing. Prachetta, special prayers for my dearest, beautiful fairy Teri, ma'am, for your journey, for our journey of healing and love. Happy good health prayers for my dearest protector, Tony, Shantae, Stacy, Luna, Sharon, Wendy, and beautiful Hope. Prayers for Oreo to be at peace. Happy prayers of abundance, courage, strength, and happiness for Tracy, David, Prachir, Neil, and my soul sister, Sally. Love you all so much. We love you, Prachetta. Thank you for that wonderful, compassionate prayer. Gabby says prayers for Lily, Sharon, Rockstar, and any other family that need uplifting, and for Gaia. Jean says, Lily, it's so hard when it's your mom. We will all send her prayers and love. Prayers for you too, to be strong and sending love. Lily, I'm sorry, hasn't been possible to be on here for a while. I missed that. Prayers for all of you here too. Thank you. Thank you, Lillian. I appreciate you so much. And I'm so happy that you're here. When you are here, as with anyone who comes in the morning to join us in the morning show, thank you for being here. And Isabel, prayers for my, oops, it's scrolled. Prayers to my family and all in need. Gabby, prayers for all the light workers. Yes. And let's remember those also who are out there fighting the fires, all of our frontline firefighters, anyone who's helping out to provide support for the residents here who are being displaced, anybody who opens their homes to those who don't have a place to go, that their homes are in danger. Let's remember all of those. Thank you for that. And Julie Kiss, prayers for all in need today. Deborah, prayers for my children Wesley, Victoria, and Miranda. Marietta, prayers for the heart angels to help us each take the next step along our paths as we ascend up, up, up to a higher plane. Yes. Christina, also a prayer for Mike, who is going through a rough anniversary of the death of his wife and my friend. You definitely will. All right, so let's get started with our prayers. And thank you all. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your love that you bring in with you every day, your compassion that you show with your prayers. You're so loved. You are so needed in our world to shine that light and to bring that love out and add it to the collective energy. That's what we do on here. We bring in our heart centers and open them up and shine that light and share out the love in a beautiful way that adds to the whole resonance of the universe. So, good morning, Rosalind. Thank you for being here. So let's begin to go into our hearts. What I love to do is place my hand on my heart. Wherever you touch on your body, that brings your focus there. So just bring in the love. Breathe it in. Oh, you're so welcome, Julie. With your breath, you can feel your heartbeat. When you breathe that in deeply and you have your hand there, you can actually feel your life force that's inside of you. So breathe that in and hold it and release it slowly. Let's just release out anything that we've been holding inside. Anything that's not like love, let's just let go of it. Any of the worry, the concern, the sadness, the anxiety, let it go. And when you breathe back in, take another deep breath. Breathe in love. Breathe in joy. Breathe in that feeling that you get when you're on this morning show every morning, feeling people's energy coming to you. When we do our heart telephone, we're sending love right to each other. When we speak the words of compassion, how does that make you feel? Just go into that feeling of receiving love from each other. We're not separate. We're all one. And our energy is uniting right now through your breath. Just keep breathing it into your heart center, focusing on the love, focusing on compassion, that wonderful energy on seeing each other going through this human experience and allowing, accepting that we are all on our own path. We are all connected through spirit. Yet we are all having this human experience to learn more. So our souls will have a deeper understanding of love, of compassion, and of joy. So as we look at each one that's here in the family, each one that's gathered together right now, we just love. We observe that each of us is struggling in our own way. We each have things that we deal with on a daily basis. This human life that we live is not perfect. We're not perfect. We make choices, we make decisions, and sometimes those choices lead us to a different place than they would have if we had chosen another path. But as a family here, we just love you. We love each other, and we just accept, align, and allow whatever happens to come forward. Because in allowing that, we are allowing the perfection of it. We are allowing each person to have their own experience, because that adds to our collective experience. It adds to our soul's knowledge about what this is all about, the human experience. Learning to love each other, learning to come home, as our Charlie shares with us. We are all walking each other home, and home is in our heart, as we shared earlier. Wherever our heart is, it feels like home there. And our hearts are joined together right now. Just see that. Hold that vision that as you breathe into your heart center, you're opening up that space and you see that light that's in there, that beautiful, bright light that is you. And join that light with all the other lights that are now open. And as we shine together, we make a beautiful, bright light. We are a lighthouse, and we're shining that light out together, out into the darkness. Anyone who sees that light can follow it and know that they're coming home to love. They're coming home to acceptance. They're coming home where they are just allowed to be who they are. They don't have to change. Everyone that's here, you're here for a purpose. You're here to be that light worker and to love each other and lift each other up. So let's do that right now. Let's lift each other up. Whatever is going on with you in your life, whatever is going on in those that you love in their lives, let's lift them all up. All those prayer requests that were brought forth. Anyone who is not here with us this morning, we lift them up and put them in our circle. And let's just love on everyone, all the animals that were placed in, all those animals that are being displaced from the mountains where the fires are raging. Let's lift up Mother Gaia. Let's just really send love down into the center of Gaia right now. Let's feel the peace that happens when we do that. When we share out love, we go into that energy of all is well. Everything is working perfectly. And it is well, it is well, it is well with my soul. When things around me seem to be falling apart, when the world is in chaos, I can always come back here. I can always come back to my heart center where there is only love and light. And I know in my soul that all is well. Let's just feel that peace right now of being in our heart and having all of our heart lights connected into one light. Feel the energy of that. We were speaking earlier about the power of lightning and how you can really feel its power. Well, I want you now to feel the power of your heart center. Feel that beautiful light that's shining out. How is your light shining? Did you open your heart space enough for that light to be seen, for it to make a difference in the world as it joins with everyone else's? If you're not there yet, it's okay. There's no judgment here. Maybe there's something that's holding you back from sharing of your light and your love. Just pour love into whatever that is. If there's some fear, if there's some sadness, if there's some blame or guilt or resentment, just know that you can let that go at any time. And when you let it go, the miracle happens. Your heart opens up to love. Now let's take another breath in together and let's give love to each other. Just hold one person. You can type it in if you want, or you can just hold it in your mind or say it out loud. And just say to that person, I love you. I accept you just the way you are. And I love the being that you are. I love that you are part of my family. I love that I see you on here and can share myself with you and share in your world. And after you've loved on that one person, let's love up on everybody else. Let's just pull everybody into a circle and just hold each other. And the angels are here with us. They're holding all of us too. So just hold each other and let's do our heart telephone where we send the love around the group. So on the count of 3, we're all just going to say thank you because we share gratitude here. Thank you. I love you. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. I love you all so much. You are an amazing, amazing being of love and light. And you're beautiful. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep giving the love. Keep giving the care and the concern, the compassion. Just let that be what's in your heart and not the judgment, not the criticism, not tearing each other down, but lifting each other up. And I think we had somebody come in during our prayer time. Jean Molinsky, thank you for coming in. I love you. And Jean Lorio says, I have so much gratitude to God, the angels, and to our spirit family and my spiritual family. Thank you that we have a place where we can go to feel the love and healing that goes out to us. Pray that soon the whole world will have such a home and such a love. What beautiful words. Christina, sending love and thanks to all my helpers, God, the angels, earth angels, guides, and ascended masters, and all the beautiful soul family here. And we're sharing love. Thank you. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Gabby says, I very clearly saw an eagle right in front of my face, staring into my eyes. Thank you, everyone. So very much love to you all. And you rock, Deirdre. You sure do. Oh, thank you. I'm just looking at all the love going out. And Deirdre, you're so welcome, honey. I love this. I love my mission, my purpose in life, my path. Every day is like Christmas. every day is like Christmas. I get a gift every day when I come on here, and I'm surrounded by all of you, and I open up those beautiful packages of love from each one of you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Deirdre, I'm waiting for your words. I'm waiting for your words to take us out of here. And just pray that each one of you receives a blessing today. Keep your heart open. Keep that love flowing in the world. That's what it's going to take for all of us to do that. For each one of us to keep the love flowing, for the energy of the world to change. Be that change that you want to see happen. Tammy says, I love this early morning check-in. Thank you, Teri, for all you do. You're so welcome. Let your light shine. Yes, Charlie. Let your light shine. So there's our Deirdre taking us out with these beautiful words that we say every day. And let's all say it together. Namaste, y'all. Be blessed. I love you. Bye, everybody.